What's up, everybody? Tommy here, Math Productions. And funny story. Last night, I loaded into the game and I thought I was clicking continue right from the home screen when it loaded in. Apparently, I clicked new, and somehow, I don't know how, but it just started playing the actual intro, like for the new game when you're going down the mine shaft with Lynn and Heller and all that good stuff. And I was like, wait, what? I have a mod that skips all this. So I exited out, I went into creations, I looked at my load order, and it was empty. So, like, I have no idea. Like, I'm not playing. I legitimately have no idea. Like, I don't know what I did. I think my best theory is I just was clicking buttons too quickly before stuff loaded in, and somehow I got it to load without having to load, or I got it to like launch without having loaded anything. So then at that point it like overrode the previous like saved information for the new information, which was just nothing. Right? I have no idea. I legitimately have no idea, but my load order was gone. So I did record. If anybody wants to watch it, I did record. It's like an hour and 40 minutes of footage of just me going through and not even recreating, but creating a brand new load order. It's what we're playing with on screen. I've forgotten a couple mods here and there. I know for a fact I need to add the legendary module recycler back because I forgot that one. But I used no other resources, and I went through and I created a new load order. It's just under 10 gigabytes of mods. If that's something that people want to see, like how I just built a load order from the ground up. Again, I have the footage. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. There's two ways that could be presented. I could do it as a sped up version where I'm commenting over it, or I could just let it run as is with the game audio in the background. Ain't no way I'm talking for like an hour and 45 minutes straight. That's probably not about to happen. So the two options there, take from what you want. But so with that, load order gone, had to make it new. So I deleted all the old saves because I wasn't going to be able to recreate the load order to play with those. So what you see on screen is what I've been doing throughout the day today as I've had time. And that's once I got a new load order in place, I set up a new zoo outpost. This time it's in the Nisoi system here on Olympus. And we just got the Outpost recruitment beacon terminal from Old Bard down right before filming this footage, so we shouldn't, I don't think yet, have any actual NPCs. As we play the game, we'll get more of them over time. I do have several traders that are introduced from different mods scattered throughout the build, and the build itself is a zoo again, like I was saying, but this time I think it's a little more focused. It's a little more better spaced, and the biggest thing I'm hoping that's going to be an improvement from our Alpha Tierna Zoo that I tried is I put up walled fencing right around the Xeno areas that we have set up for this build, and I'm hoping that as I start filling the quote zoo area with Xenos, that they'll actually stay, for the most part, contained in that fenced-in area. When it comes to our actual character that we're playing, and then I'll talk about the build that you're seeing on screen, but we're doing the concept that I talked about in the last video, where basically we're ex-UC xenobiologists, and after the war and everything, our cover is we're now working with independent contractors trying to set up this zoo on Olympus, in the Nisoi system. It's the planet that's right there with the Alchemist, the derelict casino, right? And the way I like to think of it, maybe the old owners or financial backers of the casino, they decided, hey, that effort didn't work. Let's go down to the ground. Let's do a zoo. People love zoos. They'll pay money to go to the zoo, so let's do a zoo. So that's kind of the idea for the character I have here. I do have Simeon and Marika, whatever. Two of the three companions that you can purchase from the viewpoint in New Atlantis. I grabbed them, so they're stationed here at the Olympus Zoo. And the second building that we visited on screen is actually going to be what I consider their player home. To kind of give you guys an idea of how the outpost is set up, there is one half that's really the logistical side of things, the player home side of things, the player team side of things, the Xeno studies, the undercover Xeno studies side of things. That's all in the area that we're roaming around in now. And then there's the actual public part, the zoo part with the commercial area, all that good stuff. The first building that we were in was my player home. The second building we were in was my team's player home. And then we saw a public bathroom that was right outside of a farm workers residential building. And then there was the greenhouse. There was some outdoor growing going on. And that's all for team members, local stuff, people that live here long term, right? And then from the ship right in front of it, we had just a outdoor outpost that was our traffic control, if you will, checking out things between all the landing areas. Right here is the landing area for not only visitors coming in, but also our logistical shipments coming in, resources, supplies, all that good stuff. There was a staging area for storage, and then kind of between the player ship and the storage staging area, you saw a few buildings. The tower is the security tower. Beneath that was our security holding cell and our security outpost, if you will. And then the building off to the back was kind of like from Alpha Tierno, where we had the zoo, Xeno kind of medical studies front building that led into our Xeno research in the back. That one's kind of our shipping admin type building. This time we put in a doorway, and behind that door is our secret Xeno studies in the back, right? But then from there we checked out our garage. That is our maintenance garage for our Grav 79 for our ship. Any maintenance that needs done on incoming visiting ships, on our harvester units, on any of our crane crawlers or anything like that. And that ultimately leads into the front area of the zoo, into the main zoo proper, right? The two buildings at the entrance to this central zoo alley. One on the left was just a display type kiosk that had a little Terramorph statue and a bunch of paintings. And then the building on the right hand side facing it was zoo visitors check-in. And there was 3 campers there for visitors who want to stay more than just a day. They can sleep in those campers. And then once you make your way through Commercial Alley, which has 3 different vendors set up, you can make your way into the main zoo proper. That first building was the Zoo Inn. It's a more comfortable living space for visitors. If you didn't want your own little personal camper, you can go and check out a bed at the Zoo Inn. Right next door to it is the weapons and ammunition vendor. All of your weapons workstations are going to be stationed there. And the building right next to it that we're finally catching up to where we're at on screen in the moment. This is our medical facility, right? So should you get injured, anything like that, there is on-site medical staff to help take care of you. Right next door, what we're walking into next is, of course, we have a Chunks franchise brought to you by Betamax 76, our own Chunks employee on site, and we have all of the fresh packaged chunks that we need right here at the zoo. We even have a little outdoor vendor kiosk, right? Just a couple buildings left at the start of the zoo build here. But of course we have a bar for all of our visitors that want to come and relax and get something to drink, maybe a little snack to eat. There's inside seating as well as up here. There's a standing balcony, some seating on the top deck, and Gotta have a bar, right? That's the biggest money maker inside the money maker, and it's the biggest draw, I'm sure, once we start having actual NPCs at the build. But right next to the bar, we need another public bathroom. We have the one that's on the other side of the build, but we need one here for all of our visitors to the zoo, so that way they don't have to keep going back and forth. In the last building here in the main stretch is going to be suits, and this is going to be our specialty spacesuit making facility. Has all the different workstations you would need, and when you're at the zoo, you can get a new weapon, you can get a new suit, you can grab some chunks, you can get yourself healed up, you can rest for the evening, you can buy all the things you might need, and of course, we have our two Xeno areas, right? So where you can actually go to the zoo part and experience the Xenos. The section that we're in now is for the mid-size and smaller Xenos. There are 3 animal plots that are provided by the Galactic Harvest mod by Tank Girl. And here soon at the end of the video, we will finally catch or get 2 Xenos, our first 2 of the game, this save. And one of them small, it's going in one of those animal plots. If you walk through this sideways, it's the only way to access, but at the back of the mid-sized to small area, we do have a vanilla animal husbandry, so that way we can do our easy tame method. We've only fully scanned 2 Xenos here on Olympus at this point. We'll go ahead and tame the other one that we need here. So these are our first 2 Xenos of this save file. And I think that, so I always kind of go into these saves without like an actual like overall goal or end goal or anything like that. I think I finally figured out one that'll hopefully give me some longevity with this, right? We're starting the zoo with our first 2 tames. It's the first 2 tames. There's a bunch of tames to get. I have never gotten all of them, and we're gonna go Pokemon style, and we're gonna try to tame them all. We're gonna try to capture them all, and that's gonna be the thing that keeps me going in this playthrough. Obviously, along the way, we'll encounter different events and different NPCs, and we'll have a bunch of fun, and we'll do a bunch of quests and side missions, but through it all, our main ambition, our main goal, as xenobiologists, we're gonna try to capture one of every creature that we can, and we're going to figure out which ones are the best of the best to have with us in the field. But this again is our Olympus Zoo. It's in the Nisoi system. We are starting fresh with our new game at this point moving forward, and where we're going forward next is to find our 3rd, 4th, 5th, and so on Xeno. But I hope that you've enjoyed this build. If you have, I hope you press the like button. I hope that you consider subscribing to the channel. Helps a lot when you do. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this build, what you want to see in this series. And as always, take care.